to Crime, Cocktails, and BS. Today we have Peter Madrigal, famous Vanderpump man. We've been watching you for years, so we're really excited to have you on and ask you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Yes. Thank you, ladies. I appreciate that. That's awesome. Thank you for watching for so long. Yeah. I hope that we were able to entertain you for all those years. I know I'm hoping that I was able to entertain you for all those years. Yeah, it was fun. It was fun while it lasted.
Yeah, you're always like the daddy of Vanderpump, like the emotionally stable one.
Emotionally, I'm very, very stable emotionally, physically, spiritually stable. I am.
Yeah. I mean, definitely compared to everyone else that was on the show too with you. You definitely were the most stable compared.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's very helpful. I guess with that, how did you actually end up at SUR, and what do you think has like kept you there for so long?
So what kept me there for so long was loyalty, and SUR gave me, it gave me fame, it gave me some fortune, and it gave me like a foothold to really expand in Hollywood, and get, like a name. So I was, very grateful to it, and I decided to stay there for as long as I did. In 2008, I had graduated from the University of Southern California, home of the Trojans, right? And I always say it that way. I don't know. I don't say like, I graduated from USC. No, I have to go through the entire thing with you. So I graduated in 2008 from the University of Southern California, home of the Trojans. And I was working at this place called Club Monaco at the time, which this particular location does not exist anymore. It was on Sunset Boulevard. And Guillermo Zapata comes in, and I help him out. And he's all like, do you like working here? I was like, I want to get into restaurants. So he's like, oh, cool, awesome. I own a restaurant. You should come in, and I can hire you. I was like, cool. Well, at the same time, I was living in a frat house, so it was me, my brothers, and this guy named Arthur. So it was a 2-bedroom apartment. It was 5 guys, back in now I live in a 3-bedroom with my brothers, you know what I mean? But back in the day, it was like 5 guys, 2-bedroom apartment. We were all trying to find a place to sleep, and make it in Hollywood, all that. And one of the guys that lived with us, Arthur Napionic. So Arthur, he worked at SUR at the time too. He was a busser, right? And I didn't put 2 and 2 together. I was 24 at the time. And I didn't put 2 and 2 together. And and Arthur was doing a movie. He was in this movie called Pineapple Express. Okay. So he's at the beginning scene in the hallway with Amber Heard and Seth Rogen, right? And this actually leads into another story, right? And so Arthur, he's this redheaded kid who's like fit, and he's the jock. He's like, all right, time to suck today's dick. And he like taps Seth Rogen on the shoulder and then leaves. So that was my roommate at the time, Arthur.
Oh my gosh, that's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah. You know which scene I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so that was my roommate at the time. So we were all living together while he was filming that movie. All right.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
So he was all like, "Yeah, Peter, you should come and work at SUR." And I was all like, okay, cool. Yeah. I mean, I want a restaurant job. I want to like transition, even if it's just a busser, because I was going to get hired as a busser. So I didn't put 2 and 2 together. So the day that I'm walking in there, right, with my, resume to get this job, I see Guillermo, and he's fixing the curtains outside, right, on the patio area. And he's like, wait, hold on. And he's like, oh, hold on. Hey, you're hired. Come on in. And that was basically it. Because he already knew me. He was like, oh, shit. Hey, and then, so I got hired on the spot. And then I started busing there for, this was, I think, in June of 2008. So I just graduated college. And then, so for 6 months, I was a busser there, and I busted my ass, right? But I already knew how to bartend. See, I've been bartending at this point. Right now, today, I've been behind the bar for about 20 years. So I know how to get behind the bar, make a cocktail. That's easy.
Mm-hmm. Amazing.
But I knew that I had to start from the bottom. Now we're here, right? So I started as a busser, right? And I actually, when I was a busser, I actually washed some of the dishes in we were down some dishwashers too. You know what I mean? So, and then 6 months in, we had, at the time, the lounge did not exist yet. So it was just Sir Restaurant, the original, right? And we had a lot of turnover. I remember a couple of waiters and waitresses get hired and quit because they didn't like, that we pull tips, or I was like,
Oh yeah.
you know what I mean? So I already got a feeling for the place, and as fate would have it, fate wouldn't let me leave, right? And so 2010 comes around, and I was starting to look for another waiting job, but no one wanted to hire me anywhere. And it was, the recession was happening and all that. And so I just stuck with the job, but I was only getting 2 shifts a week, but I know how to manage my money, all that stuff. And then the original manager of Sir, Juan Pablo, he left, he quit, and he left, and they were looking for another manager. And I was like, you know what? I need the money and I need the hours. So put me in as the manager. So I vied for it, and then they gave it to me, right? This 20, at the time, how old was I? I was 26 years old,
Nice.
Becoming a manager of a restaurant.
Yeah.
It's young, right?
Yeah, it is.
The way I know it's young is because I've seen other managers, and you don't become a manager of a restaurant until you're mid 30s, early 40s. You know what I mean?
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
So they were all like, you know what, Peter, you do it. All right. I'm like, cool. Awesome. Let's do it. A year after that is when Lisa started broaching, let's do Vanderpump Rules. Right. And of course, me being not spontaneous, but the person who figures out, this could be something special, especially since it's Lisa Vanderpump. Now, Lisa just literally become Lisa. She wasn't Lisa when I first met her, and she had been part of Sir since 2005, and I met her in 2008 when I was a busser, right? And so I knew, because she already done 2 seasons of Housewives of Beverly Hills, so I knew that this was going to be something special, right?
Yeah,
She's
getting big.
There were some other people in that round table, not round table, but there was there's a long round table at Sir, right? And it's you see it in the first season, where we're all huddled around there in the first episode talking about tips and how nobody likes pulling tips. And I was like, well, we're going to keep pulling tips because that makes people work harder for each other, and we're a family, blah, blah, blah. And Guillermo's in that scene. So at that table, we were all huddled around that table, and Lisa was sitting in front of us talking about what she wanted to do and how she got the green light from Bravo to start up searching for some people to be on this reality television show. And of course, I jumped for it, and I was the manager. So it was like, okay, so Peter's friends with everybody. He dated Stassi. He's friends with Kristen, etc. He parties with them, and now he's the manager. So he knows everybody, and now he's like he's going to be the conduit between the cast and Lisa. So it was instantaneous. You know what I mean?
So there wasn't any interview process or
vetting. There was some vetting and some interview process, but they knew that I was a hard worker as it was, so they knew that I was going to fit in. And I remember after she introduced that she wanted to do a show at Sir, because the only other place was Villa Blanca, and let's face it, Villa Blanca was not dramatic.
No.
So after she announced it, she was like, okay, so whoever wants to audition for this or talk to us, we're going to be sitting over there at table number 6, which is in the corner of the restaurant, and each one of you come up. So I remember I was like one of the first people, because there was a lot of people that I'm done, I'm not going to do this. And I was like, no, I'm doing it. So I went and walked over, and I can't remember what I said to Natalie and Lisa, right? And Lisa is all like, I'll never forget it. She's like, I could make an entire show based off of Peter.
Yeah, for real.
And I was all like, well, thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So I kind of was hired there on the spot, just like I was hired on the spot for Sir, and I became one of the premier people on the show.
Yeah,
and I already knew Jackson. I already knew all everybody, and then I remember I was one of the pivotal people to get this thing going. So what happened was we were having a little bit of an internal disagreement with how much we were getting paid. And I remember Stassi giving me a call, and I met with Stassi and Lisa, and she was all, and then think one of the producers, and Alex, yes. And we met at Joey's, right? And they're like, we gotta get everyone signed. So Peter, you're kind of like the leader. So like, okay, fine, I'll sign it. Let's go. So we go to FedEx, Kinko's, over there on Beverly and La Cienega. And I give Jax a call, and I tell Jax, we got to get this thing signed. Otherwise the whole deal goes away. So we go down there, we print everything off, and we sign it. And I remember telling one of my producing buddies, actually a couple of days ago, because he was signing something at Kinko's for his movie. And he sent me some pictures of it because he just got approved for a financial contribution for his film, right? A financial, not contribution, but investment into the film. And he was signing it. I was like, dude, that's like me back like 15 years ago signing my deal for Vanderpump Rules in Kinko's, right? Or at FedEx, whatever those are. But that was on right over here on Beverly and La Cienega, right? And I'll never forget it. It's kind of interesting to look back on all of those years now leading up to where I'm at today, 15 years later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, what a ride.
14 years later.
Is there anyone you're surprised ended up joining the cast or like wanting to like get into it, or anyone that like maybe took a minute to want to do it?
No, everybody was in from the beginning. It's just like it was a process of trying to get like some, just like a contract negotiation.
Yeah.
But everybody was in from the beginning. Yeah, there was no one that was like, no, everyone was like, yes, I want to show off my music on the show. And I was like, my whole attitude, I remember someone, I'm not going to say her name, but I remember this conversation like it was yesterday. She asked me, she was one of the, she worked at SIR at the time, but she wasn't on the show. She asked me, she's like, aren't you worried this is going to ruin your career? I was like, at this point, you don't know if you're going to be an actor or not. You don't know but if I can get like a following of like 5,000 people on my Twitter, I'll be fine, right? Because Instagram did not exist at that point. And then like I didn't know it was going to be like a pop culture phenomenon.
Yeah.
So no one knew that, and then all of a sudden it happens, and you're like, oh shit, okay, hi. Because I'll type my name on, and like because I was doing something on Grok yesterday, and it identified who I was, and it's like, oh, is this Peter Madrigal with
oh my gosh,
ponytail, the King of West Hollywood? I was like, I don't have all those titles, but yeah, I have the ponytail.
That's amazing.
I can show you it. It's like, yeah, what's up?
That is so funny.
Like, that's so funny.
Wow. Thank you
Hype
very
you
much.
up. Yeah.
Seriously.
Thank you for the showering of praise, Grok.
Yeah.
It's kind of amazing. When you were filming, did you know it was going to be big, or was it when it aired?
I mean, like,
when you realized?
Here's the thing: we put a lot on the line. Even me, like, I look back on some of those episodes, and it's like more. People have criticized me for some stuff I did. I was like, dude, we're making a TV show, okay? So we're gonna like go all out, and we're gonna do some stuff, and be a little crazy. It's not that I'm not like that. Even back when I was even younger, I'm definitely not like that today. But even back when I was younger, taking all my clothes off and taking a picture naked, you know what I mean?
The photo shoots are epic.
Yeah,
they are. And like some of the stuff that I did, back in the day it was more of let's do something different. Let's make it like, let's give the tabloid something to talk about. Let's give some people some stuff to talk about. We're not boring, So it's we're making a TV show,
Yeah.
So fun. Oh my gosh, I bet that was so exciting.
Oh, it was.
Was it hard?
I've always had this attitude of I gotta see it to believe it. I have to, because when we first got picked up, I'll never forget it. I was shaving, right? I was shaving, I was getting ready for my day. All of a sudden, I get a text from Kristen Doty. And Kristen, she sent me an article from Radar Online, right?
Yeah.
And it says, looks like Lisa Vanderpump's show, her show, because it wasn't called the Vanderpump Rules at the time. Looks like Lisa Vanderpump's show is not going to happen. right?
Oh, no way.
So Kristen texted me that, and it was an article from Radar Online, right? And she's all panicked, right?
Yeah.
As soon as she sent me that text, I get a text from Lisa Vanderpump saying, "You got to meet me here at Sir in the next 20 minutes or 15 minutes. Whenever, get here as soon as you can." I was like, so I get conflicting things. And I was like, okay, well, I got dressed really quick and I head out the door, right? And I get to Sir, and Lisa and Alex Baskin are behind the bar at Sir. And this is 2000 and, this is 2011. And they're popping bottles of champagne behind the bar. I was like, what is happening? And Stassi's there. Everyone's there. All of the original cast are there. And Lisa's behind the bar, all popping champagne. And I sit down. I'm like, what's going on? Right. And Kristen, I sit right next to Kristen. I got it because I was like, I got your text, Kristen. What's going on? She's like, apparently we got picked up. I was like, well, what about that Radar Online article you sent me?
Yeah.
She's all like,
what a roller coaster.
Yeah. She's all like, yeah, I guess that was fake news. Fake news wasn't even a thing at that point.
It wasn't a thing yet.
Yeah. It's all like, that was a fake article. I was all like, so I'm just sitting there dumbfounded in the corner over there at Sir in the lounge area, and Lisa's all like, everyone have some champagne. We've got picked up. I was like, and me being who I am, I like to see things play out. And I don't want to jump to like, oh my God, it's happening. I'm just like okay, cautiously optimistic, as I always am. You know what I mean? Right now I'm working on a movie, and I've got a few different funding apparatuses that can go with, and I'm waiting to hear back right now from a couple of the producers or, people that can invest some funds into this. And it's with two big A-list actors right now. And I need to find the funds. Otherwise the deal goes away from me. So I'm like, oh shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm just like, okay. So that's why, these right now, what I'm dealing with is the reason why I don't get like, oh my God, yes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So even back then I was the same way. I was like, oh shit, is it happening? I'll only believe it when, and then I started getting, got the first paycheck for it. I was like,
wow,
yes, it's happening.
Yeah.
And then start seeing the crew show up. And
yeah.
Like, shit, okay. All right. I guess, so yeah.
Oh my gosh. Was that hard to manage everyone and be with them on set?
So the first season, I was like a deer in the headlights. The first season was like, even you can even tell, I wasn't really like, not it wasn't uncomfortable. It was more like an adjustment period. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I was in adjustment period to the whole thing. And I was like, I was a little bit of a deer in the headlights. I didn't know how to react to everything. I kind of overplayed some things. And then it wasn't until about the second season I was like, oh, okay, I got this. You know what I mean? And the second season is where I was, I remember Stassi coming over and was all like, oh, let's take a naked photo shoot. That's on the show, right? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And nobody wanted to do it. Jackson wanted to do it. And they were like, we need a guy. I was like, nope.
Yeah, you were into it.
I was like, yeah, let's do it. Fuck it.
I love that.
Yeah. What do you think from like viewers' perspective? Maybe we like totally misunderstood about the show or just Sir in general, or the dynamics that played out.
What do you think? What I think is misunderstood?
Yeah.
What do I think is misunderstood? What's misunderstood? I think that everyone thinks that the show is fake. I've gotten that a lot, and the show is not fake. The show is real. Everyone thinks that nobody works there, and then they can come and take pictures. I'm hardly there these days. You know what I mean? Because I'm moving on with my life. I'm more of a brand ambassador at this point. I'm not managing the place anymore. But back in my heyday, I was there all the time. So people could come in and take pictures with me, and I posted them online. When people tag me, I repost it. So that whole argument was like, oh, it's fake. It's like, well, I'm there, so how is it fake if I'm managing the restaurant and you see me managing the restaurant?
Yeah.
That's why I was like, I was very confused by that. Like, hello, I'm there. I'm literally busting my ass, and people would make those comments like, the show is fake, but I saw Peter there, and he's managing the restaurant. I think it's fake.
People also
words that are coming out of your own mouth.
Yeah, exactly. And people thought you guys weren't actually friends. I mean, you work together. You're automatically.
I put out videos of me. Like there was a video that I was scrolling, like, this is years ago. One night that I was hanging out with Jackson Tom at Kings Road, and Tom was all like, "Oh, let's go blow some fire, Peter." I was like, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." And this was like 2015. I'm going to say this was while we were shooting season 4, and he was all like, "I have this cool stuff, just like blow fire, And if you scroll down, you'll find that video, So yeah, we were all friends. I mean, there was like we had this thing called we had this group chat called Summer Kids, right? And it's funny because I was texting with my distribution partner for some stuff, and I actually have a conversation with her today at 4:30, and I typed in summer, and Summer Kids showed up, the original group chat. And the reason why it was called Summer Kids is A, we shot in summer, and B, all of our birthdays were in the summer. So it started off with Sheena, then me, Jackson, Tom, Stassi, and Ariana. So we're all in the summer. And the only ones that weren't in the summer were Katie, Kristen, who are both Aquariuses, and Tom Schwartz, who's in October, right? So we got that nickname Summer Kids. So we were always together in the summer, and then the rest of the year, sometimes we were together, sometimes we weren't. I'd see them at work, blah, blah, blah. So we'd get together for Christmas parties, right? And I remember there's actually a video with me and Kristen, and this is an old video. This is like early days of Instagram. So you could only post like a 30-second clip and then another 30-second clip. So there's a video of Kristen chugging a bottle of the Smirnoff, only finishing half of it, giving it to me, and I chugged the rest of it.
Oh my gosh.
The other day, I was like, this was, not the other day, like a couple of years ago. I was like, oh shit, that happened. Like, wow. So we were always together, actually,
So fun.
It's
amazing.
Yeah.
Not too bad.
You've mentioned that you're working on a few other things. Can you fill us in on anything else you're kind of working on right now or excited about?
So I have my coin, PM Coin. I started my own cryptocurrency, pmcoin.xyz, because I'm a little wacky. That's so I started that. I launched that officially on the 28th of December. So that's being built up. And then I'm also working on. I just finished directing a TV show in Elko, Nevada. So I directed a TV show over there. I got to go back out there and finish that up. Right now I'm working on getting that picked up. I also shot a TV show called Bar Brawl in the summer, where I was a host and the producer on it. So that one's being edited right now and shopped at the moment. And then and now I have a bunch of other people that are hitting me up for directing and producing jobs at the moment.
Awesome.
So I'm working right now. My main focus is on that big one, but then I also have this other movie that came to one of my producers and wants me to be the main actor in it. I'm like, oh, good, okay. So there's that, and then there's I have another audition on Monday for something else, but I have a laundry list of like TV shows. I'm working right now with a big financial firm that wants to do some stuff. So I have my hands in a bunch of different baskets at the moment,
Congrats, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's just very, very busy. And like with PM Coin, for instance, I wanted to, because crypto's the it's in the future. I mean, the dollars already has a cryptocurrency, USD. So I'm like, well, why not get in on that game? So what I want to do with that is eventually I want it to become the premier cryptocurrency for nightlife. Because my initials, Peter Madrigal, my initials are PM, so nightlife. Yeah. So when you go to the restaurant, when you go to a club, when you go to the lounge and you buy yourself cocktails, you pay with PM, the official nightlife cryptocurrency. Yeah. So that's a side project for me. My main focus is directing and producing more TV shows and more content and getting more stuff out there. Yeah. So cool. Right now, my goal for 2020 to end 2026. Is to direct a feature, but I have a slate of films that I'm going to be presenting probably this week to this film company that I want to align with, and so it's going to be. I want to make some big moves this year. Yeah.
You can do it. We're excited to see what comes out.
Oh, I can't wait. I want to direct because, like I said, so what happened in Elko? was producing the show in Elko because I wasn't even thinking about directing it. And then I go out and do an inspection, and I was actually I gotta give the editor a call today because I want my sizzle. But I was out there and I was told that no one's performing, right? I was like, well, I have to assess the situation. And so the director wasn't able to get out what was needed out of the characters. So I had to kind of take over. I had to jump in the director's seat. And then once I got into the director's seat, everything just kind of changed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like one of the cast members, she was all like, well, because it's about and you can find it on my IMDb page. It's about a tow company in Elko, Nevada called Atlas Towing, and nothing was getting done. And then all of a sudden, I get there and I start getting things moving, because I know how to get. Okay, so I want you and you. We're going to have a conversation about this. Go. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So nothing was getting done, and then like once I got there and I started doing my thing, toward the end of the shoot, and we got done right at the. I got home the day before Thanksgiving last year. It's hard. It's crazy to say last year. It was only like 2 days.
Right.
So I got home the day before Thanksgiving, and so the day before that, before I took off, the wife, she's one of the owners of the tow company. She's like, yeah, I felt like we were on a hamster wheel, and all of a sudden Peter comes up and is like, we're off to the races. Like, yeah, well, I've only been doing this for like 15 years.
Right.
Yeah.
In front of and behind the camera, there was a fire at SUR in one of the seasons. And I had to go and take my iPhone and shoot a bunch of the stuff. So what you see in that scene, in those scenes, is me behind the camera.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I can see you being very motivating on set too.
Yeah.
And they were all like, the way Peter does the interviews is that he's like a conductor, you know what I mean? Yeah.
I love it.
I mean, even with some of the scenes, I was like, oh, this will be hilarious. Give me this, but give it to me like this,
Yeah.
That's probably so
I got that thing going like that.
Good.
Yeah.
What do you think has like inspired you to want to like take this route?
Well, see, I'm not very egotistical. You know what I mean? Some people have claimed that about me. I'm not. I don't need to be on camera all the time. I do enjoy being behind the camera. I do enjoy producing. I do enjoy making content. So if I'm not on camera, great, awesome. Can I direct it? You know what I mean? That's my attitude. And I've always been in love with film ever since I was a kid. I used to make because I had a bunch of action figures. So I used to make stop-go movies with my action figures when I was a kid.
Oh, that's awesome.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So I was already like in that mode. You know what I mean? I grew up watching Lawrence of Arabia, Star Wars. So I always wanted to like get into this field, and now I'm here, and I'm like, okay, well, what's the next step to getting to, like really, really getting big in movies?
Yeah. What's your favorite genre, or what would you like to work in?
That's when I was a kid, okay, so we'll go through some of these. So when I was a kid, I was a big Star Wars fan, of course. And I became a Marvel fan, but as I've gotten older, I was a Marvel fan since I was a kid, actually. I was into all the superheroes and like everything. I was into the more fantasy / sci-fi those type of film. I was into that when I was a kid. And then as I got older, nowadays I'm more into realism. I like a good thriller. I like, one of my favorite movies is Basic Instinct. I really like that. I like psychological, the psychology involved. So I'm into more like, thrillers and more historical epics, historical dramas, stuff that happens, stuff that could happen, one of my, actually, what's funny is that as I've gotten older, I've gotten more away from like, oh yeah, someone can fly. No, I don't really care. I'll watch something like something like my favorite movie of all time is Gladiator. You know, I'll watch that. I'll watch stuff that has happened or could have happened or is happening. Like one of my favorite shows is it's more of a comedy, but I just started watching it the other day. I saw a clip of it online, and I was like, wait, what is this? And it was from the era of when I first got to Hollywood. And it was called Boston Legal with James Spader and Shatner.
Yeah,
that's kind of like one of my favorite shows to just fall asleep to, because it has that realism to it. It's a law firm. It's a law TV show, but a TV show about attorneys. But it also has a little bit of comedic side to it. William Shatner is very good in that. What I mean? And I've never really been a William Shatner fan, until I saw that, and I was like, oh, okay. James Spader's always been good. You know what I mean? I was a fan of James Spader from when I was a kid, from Stargate. That's where I knew James Spader from. And then all of a sudden, I was like, wait, hold on. You know what I mean? What else did he do in his career that I haven't seen? And he was more into realistic stuff. He didn't really do. Like that was him doing Stargate was one of his only sci-fi movies. Everything else, you look into his career, it's all based in realism.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Yeah. Sorry for going off on a tangent about
movies. Oh my God.
No, I love movies.
Great. Yeah. This is we talk about them all the time. So you're fine.
I'm curious. Have you watched Companion?
I have not. What is that about?
Oh, it's great. Well, my best friend is like the first AD on it. So I'm a little biased. But it's about like an AI girlfriend, and it's a murder thriller, and it's just really good. It's really good.
Like it's a TV show?
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie. Okay.
I remember the production company, but yeah.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, very cool. I'll have to check that out. That sounds like fun. An AI. Interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely closer to happening.
Not with me, though. Not with me. There's nothing like, I went out with a female companion last night.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, it's not, she even told me last night, it's like, we're going to stay what we are. We're nothing serious here. I was like, okay, cool.
Can you tell us who?
Huh?
Can you tell us who?
No, you probably figure it out. I'm not going to say it.
Okay. That's okay.
She wants to keep it like that. I'm going to keep it.
Yeah. I get it. It's really hard.
See, here's the thing. I haven't, and I actually was telling her this the other day. I haven't, how do I put this? I haven't put someone out there that I'm with someone in years. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it always just led to, and then she's also kind of, semi-famous herself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So she doesn't want, she just wants to keep it separate, and we have our little private time together, and that's it.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah.
Really
I mean, dating in 2026 is weird already. I can't imagine also having a camera in your face makes it any easier. So
yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Everyone always has a camera in their face. I mean, we walk around.
I mean, yeah, true.
So true.
So true. Yeah.
Nothing is secret.
No.
Well, I try. That's why I'm surprised. Yeah. I'm keeping this a secret.
What does
I don't blast it out there like the only time that I had a girlfriend on Vanderpump Rules was Sarah, and that was season 4.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
What's funny is that people do this. Okay, I see comments like this. So you have the date with Vale. They're like binge watching the entire show. You have the date with Vale, and I don't know what. I don't understand. I don't remember that date. I don't understand what I was doing in that date.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
It was like, and so the people will say, "Oh yeah, he had his date with Vale. He's bad with women." What happened with his girlfriend, Sarah from season 4? It's like, wait, so hold on, which one is it? Am I bad with women, or do I get a girlfriend?
What?
You're contradicting yourself in that very sentence.
Yeah.
Did you date Katie for a while as well?
No, Katie and I made out once.
Okay.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
That was overblown. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I dated Stassi. That was years ago.
Yeah.
And then
You guys were cute, actually. From the
I remember her and Katie throwing like because so this was in 2009, right? We were already going out, and Katie and Christina Kelly, she was really good friends with Stassi. I think they're still really good friends. But anyway, we all worked together at SIR, and I was a server. We were all servers, right? I was not a manager yet. And Stassi was all like, Peter, I want to go see Avatar. I was all like, okay, let's go see Avatar. Well, she ends up passing out on my shoulder. I'm watching it like, yes, what is that? Like, right?
Oh my God.
With us, because she was like the third wheel or whatever. But she wanted to come. I was like, oh, whatever. I don't like him. Cool, let's do it. And Christina's like laughing her ass off because she was all like, Stassi just wanted to go see that movie so badly, right, Peter? I was like, yeah. And she fell asleep the whole thing. I was like, yeah. Yeah. I had to carry her out of here.
Oh my gosh.
So her and Katie, Stassi and Katie, threw a birthday party for me a few months later. It was Avatar themed. And I saw some pictures from that birthday party the other day. I was like, God damn, I look like a different person. Crazy, because I had really short hair, but facial hair.
Yeah.
But I used to because Tom Sandoval was like, Peter, you should straighten your short hair. Like,
oh no.
That was in the end, you know what I mean? But at the time, I was like trying to grow my hair out, you know what I mean? So Tom Sandoval was like, dude, you look cool if you straighten some of that. I'm like,
Tom Sandoval.
Oh my God.
Oh,
his fashion suggestions are.
And if you look at that picture with me and Stassi, you'll see like my hair was straightened.
Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's hilarious.
Oh man,
I need to see this.
Yeah, it's on my Facebook somewhere. I don't know. I don't really post pictures anymore.
Mm-hmm.
It's yeah. I just I'll do videos or I'll show what I'm doing for the day, but that's it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I got to get back into that, but I've been just so focused on what I'm doing business-wise that I just can't,
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can't really take myself away from that for right now, but it is what it is. Yeah.
On that note, how do you balance work and life? What do you do for fun?
Well,
are you always
I'll go out. I went out last night. And that's pretty much my life. You know what I mean? The rest of the life is working. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's it. Wow. Everything else is I'll have a moment. Like I had a moment last night and that was it. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm in pursuit of something. I'm just in pursuit of something bigger.
It's good.
It's
good.
So that takes up a lot of my brain power. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I just focus and go. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you're not working at SIR anymore. Is that what you said?
I am. I go in there, I take some pictures and I leave.
Yeah. So that's the marketing kind of side of it. Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
So then you're definitely around the current cast then.
I've known the current cast before the current cast was the current cast. Yeah. I got Natalie hired as a bartender. I've been friends with Demi for years. What's funny is that what's hilarious is that even though I'm not on the show, I'm the number one topic of conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got and all the articles are being written about me, not about the actual cast.
Yeah.
So it's kind of hilarious.
Really funny.
Is Peter Paulo? It's like, no, Paulo. I've been Paulo for years. Paulo's worked there since 2010. Paulo, he's been the bar manager there since 2011, and he started as a bartender, and he was actually just in a really bad car wreck. He's finally recovered. The last time I saw him, when I saw him, he was in a coma. This was back in September. Yeah. So Paulo, I know exactly who Paulo is. I'm not Paulo.
You're not Paulo. Okay.
So they wrote articles about that, and then I had a brief glimpse on the show, and they're all like, "Oh, Peter just made an appearance for 2 seconds." No one's talking about any of these other people. They're just saying "Oh, Peter made an appearance." It's like, wait, hold on, but what about that? And then there was another one that just what was the other instance?
On the last episode, they just said went on a date with Venus's sister or something. That was like they mentioned it on the show.
Oh man. So I'm still the
You're
topic
like
of conversation.
Yeah, you're
I'm
still topic.
of conversation
Yeah.
on the show and in media, and I'm not even on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seriously.
No wonder Venus decided to do a rap about me. It's like, I'm better than Peter or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I'm like,
that
so you're
rap
still
was
talking about
ridiculous.
me, and I'm not even around. Okay. Cool.
So are you close? Are you close with all of them? Like, are they all pretty cool?
I'm close with Demi. I've been friends with her for years. You know, my sister from another mister. You know.
Yeah, you guys worked together, right? For a long time.
Yeah, I kind of like I was the first person to start joking with her, and my work wife at the time was Diana. Do you remember Diana?
Yeah.
So Diana now, she lives in Chicago with her kid and her boyfriend. But at the time, Diana was all like, she didn't like Demi. And I was all like, well, Demi's cool. It's like, why do you care about what this random girl thinks? I was all like, I don't know, I'm becoming a friend. Like, geez, now they're really close. Like, they became like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But, it was like a territorial thing, I guess. I don't know. Yeah. I'm Peter's friend. No, I'm Peter's friend. I've got Peter's back. He's the manager, and I'm the manager behind the manager.
Oh my God.
Got a lot of support there.
And then all of a sudden it's like, we're one big happy family.
Yeah.
So
have you been watching the new season at all? Or no?
I don't watch Vanderpump Rules. I never have.
Okay. That's probably good.
That's
it's really healthy.
Everyone was all like, oh, do you watch the show? I was like, nope, I've never seen myself on camera. I'll be walking by. I used to walk by. Yes, sir. We'd have the thing playing. And I'd be walking by, and I'd see myself. Like,
it's really so weird. Yeah.
It does. Yeah.
That's probably healthy with your relationships with your friends and things like that. It could probably get weird.
Yeah, it's funny. My mom doesn't even know what I've done. She doesn't watch it. Yeah. My mom doesn't even know. Like, she's all like, wait, why are these people taking pictures with you, Peter? I was like,
not that you did anything wrong on the show.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know if moms would love it,
Yeah, for sure.
You'd be surprised how many moms watch it from the other cast members.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
We saw a lot of moms on it.
Yeah, there were a lot of moms on it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Do you have your own reality network? Is that something
I do? Yeah. So I started Reality Network a couple of years ago. Trying to figure out what we're going to do next with that. But because right now I'm just focused on producing new content for my own shows and shows that I'm getting hired to do. But yeah, I have that right now and looking to expand that in the future. But for right now, I'm making new content, new TV shows. And eventually I might just become just a movie director, which is something that I want to go after and accomplish. And I have a couple of offers on the table for a couple of different things. So, we'll see what that's
amazing.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
What I want to get to.
Yeah. Do you have any other questions, Alex?
Sorry, I just
honestly.
I love
it's so much
it's
better
great.
that way, honestly.
Yeah. It's more fun.
Yeah. It's way more fun than being like, okay, next question. Like,
yeah.
It's way better.
I have a tendency to just like take it and just bleh.
Yeah. No, it's so much better that way.
Shit.
If you could like direct any movie ever, like any genre, any location, what do you think that would be for you?
I want to direct a thriller. I want to direct some type of psychological thriller. You know what I mean? Like, I've seen so many of those. Like I said, Basic Instincts one. Pacific Heights. Have you ever seen Pacific Heights?
Mm-hmm.
That's a good one. Yeah, it's like it's interesting. There was anything Michael Douglas has ever done, I'm a big fan.
The Game is one of my favorite.
Game, yes. And then he did this other one with Viggo Mortensen. God, what is the name of that? Perfect Murder.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I like stuff like that. I like stuff that's like psychological.
Have you seen Secret
based
Garden?
in reality. Huh?
Yeah.
Secret Garden. Is it Secret Garden with Johnny Depp? He has like a cornfield.
Oh yeah.
You remember that was one of my favorites as like a young kid. That was a
I know. I
show.
see. I even know the post. He's wearing the hat and
yeah. That was crazy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Secret book, secret something. No.
Yeah, it was something garden, I think.
Okay, I think Secret Garden was about like a kid.
Secret Garden's about
not secret. Yeah, it's not the like magical like. Yeah.
Johnny Depp movie.
I know. I'm looking it up.
I'm about corn.
Secret Window. Secret Window.
There you go.
That's it. 2004. I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Secret Window. There you go.
Cool. I love thrillers and psychological thrillers and horror.
Yes.
I know Alex doesn't love horror, but I love.
I'm not a big fan of horror because even horror has that like superhero element. So why don't we just have Superman come and beat up on Jason?
Yeah, exactly.
You see what I mean? So that's why I don't like horror. That's why I like I delineate the two. Thrillers could actually happen.
Yeah.
So that's why
I agree.
I'm done with my suspension of disbelief. If you're going to give me suspension of disbelief, I'll watch Lord of the Rings. It's in a totally different world. You know?
Yes. Celebrating its 25-year anniversary this year, too. So.
Oh, yeah. Those are my Christmas movies. I binge watch those during Christmas.
The extended edition.
Yes.
Yeah.
All that extra stuff.
Yes.
So good.
I love
When will you wear wigs? Is that Elijah Wood? Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Sorry.
They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. They're taking the hobbits to Isengard. God.
So good.
No.
I don't know. I was going to ask you about a bunch of people on the new season, mainly big eyebrows and medium eyebrows, aka
I don't know them.
And Chris.
I don't really know them.
Okay.
I mean, I've had a couple of conversations with them, but I don't really, they came in while I was kind of not moving out, just not there as much. You know what I mean? So I don't even know everybody's name. I mean, we have a new bartender, for instance. I don't even he was all like, dude, next time you're directing something, let me know. I'm an actor.
Yeah.
You're like you and everyone else here.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
I don't mind when people ask me that because then you're like, oh, audition for me. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I don't mind when people do that, but it's just is what it is.
Yeah. What's your favorite, like, craziest memory from filming Vanderpump? Like, do you have something wild that happened that we didn't really see on the show or anything like that?
Something wild that happened. I mean, you saw everything that's wild. They captured everything that was wild. I even told you about the fire. I had to get all that footage that was wild.
Yeah.
One of my favorites is when we were shooting my movie of the Riven Destiny. You know what's hilarious? You know what's funny about I'll tell people like, yeah, I'm directing this and producing that. And they're like, wait, when did you start doing that? I was all like, had you not watched Vanderpump Rules? Literally the first season, I was like showing off this movie that I did with Tom Sandoval.
Yeah.
The first season, you know what I mean? And then we had him, we put him on a green screen to shoot something else for the Riven that we won a bunch of awards for that movie. It was a short film. You can actually find it. You can still you can watch it on YouTube. Type in Riven. That was something that I produced, right? So I'll never forget. Like that guy could not remember any of his lines, so I had to go in and I was like, "Yeah, he's a commander or whatever."
That's awesome.
Yeah, and he forgot his makeup, and he had Ariana go back and get his makeup.
Oh my god.
Do you guys still hang out or talk?
No, I don't hang out with anybody. I hang out with my brothers, and that's pretty much it. And then I have a bunch of business associates that I hang out with. I'll go get.
Oh yeah.
When I was drinking, I'm done drinking for a while because like I was, I've been wanting to do that for a while, and then but then like whenever I'd go into Surrey, it'd be like people would be, oh, let's get a shot together, Peter. I need to have a glass of wine. Now that I'm not there as much, it's more like, okay, I'm not going to drink, and I'm going to get really, really ripped.
Yeah.
So
that's hard.
Body recomposition right now. Yeah. Oh, it's difficult. I'm, not as much energy as I usually have. There's not any extra calories, but it's been over 13, 14 days now since I've gone dry. It's funny. I was at New Year's Eve counting down, and then Guillermo was all like, "Oh, did you get a glass of champagne?" I was like, "No, I'm dry." He's like, "Already?"
All right.
He's still like, "Wait, what?" I was like, "Yeah,
Good for you.
Playing football, you're like, if you're on time, you're late.
Yeah.
So I always like to start a few days before."
Smart.
So that if I fall, I get a drink, it's like, okay, well, I already started, so
Yeah.
evens out.
Good
But
for you.
I don't break, you know what I mean? So,
Mm-hmm.
and now that I'm not at SIR as much, I don't have to. I'm not drinking. I'm not going back and pouring myself a glass of wine.
Yeah, it would be
And
hard.
now
to
I'm
be
like,
in that
okay, I can
environment.
really like start chiseling down.
Yeah.
I mean, because the one thing about drinking there, for me anyway, was taking the edge off, especially when you're running around and everything's like tense and you're like,
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Yeah, it was. But yeah.
Well, thank you
Cool.
so much. This was
You're
so
welcome.
fun.
I appreciate it. I really do.
Super
This is
fun.
a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Love the
We'll
stories.
Yes, I know. Thank you so much. We'll have all our followers and listeners get their PM coin.
Excellent.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get some
PM
too?
coin, baby.
Yes.
PM coin is the future. It's the future.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Enjoy
And
the
we'll
rest of
watch
your day.
for your movies that come out.
Well,
Yes.
I'll be announcing whenever stuff starts getting going. I'll be announcing that on all my social medias. Yeah.
Awesome.
Perfect.
Excited.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Right, well, thanks again for joining
You're welcome.
us.
All right.
Yes.
You have a good rest of your day.
Thank you. You too.